Bring me a new name.
Jack Graham is open to a trade out of Richmond if a rival club tables the right offer, Jared. So the imminent arrival of the GWS pair, Jacob Hopper, Tim Taranto, has been the trigger for as many as I'm told 5 clubs to express their interest in Jack Graham. Now, he's only 24. He's got one more year to run on a contract, Jack Graham. And as we sit here now, let's be honest, he's far more likely to start punt road because the Tigers are looking to strengthen that midfield position rather than tread water in that part of the ground. So Graham, though, this year, despite having a relatively skinny midfield, did spend large portions of his games this year on a half-forward flank and is said to be gettable if another club franks that interest by putting its cards fully on the table with an attractive offer. Now, because he's contracted, Richmond would surely dig in to hold a player who I think it's widely accepted is considered a captaincy candidate in the years to come as well. He's won 2 premierships. He's a South Australian. He's a runner-up in last year's Jack Dyer medal. He signed a 3-year contract, Jared, in 2020 to stay in yellow and black, and he did weigh that up at the time because he had some significant interest from Carlton and from Adelaide as well. But it's now the Crows' crosstown rivals, Port Adelaide, that you'd have to say remain in the market for an established midfielder. They went hard for Josh Dunkley. They missed on him. Here is a South Australian who is seen to be gettable, and they've got the cash to spend. I mean, who knows? Maybe the high pick that Richmond will get for Graham makes the Hopper deal happen. I mean, the Taranto deal is said to be progressing well. The Hopper one a little bit more complicated at the moment by the fact that he's contracted a course and what GWS would command for him. So, look, it's one of those ones that you'd say is unlikely to happen, and I think Richmond supporters would be happy to hear that, but it's a possibility at the moment. The door is ajar.
Do you think Richmond recognised that when they tipped their hand on bringing 2 in that it might unsettle a few at the club?
I think so. Yeah. I think there's always a cause and effect with these sort of things in the trade space. And not forgetting that Trent Cotchin maybe has one more year left in that engine room as well, so they've got a plan for the future. I think the last thing they would want is to have a player like Jack Graham leave when they're bringing these 2 players in. But anyway, a lot of clubs have sounded them out. They were a bit surprised to hear that Jack Graham, or learn this year that Jack Graham wasn't spending large portions of the game in that midfield, and he has had some injury problems as well. But he's been a super player at the Tigers.